Hello and welcome back. This is a continuation from last week's distress background painting. Today we are going to paint this Buddha face on the distress background. This is a 3-phase video and today we are doing the second part, and in the next video we are going to conclude this Buddha painting by adding some accessories to this painting. So today it will be the Buddha face. I'm starting off with drawing my Buddha face on the distressed background. The distressed background creation tutorial was posted last week, and I will link that in the video description below. If you're scared of drawing or you do not like to draw, then I also have traceable available, and I will link that as well in the video description below. So that is the beginning of the painting. As I start my painting, I will initially start with the darkest areas that I want to, or rather the areas that I want to be the darkest. So I am starting with a dark combination of raw umber and black underneath the eyebrow area. And slowly, after I trace out kind of the darker areas and smudge them out, I don't want blocks of a dark color. I want them evenly faded out. And once I put in those dark lines and kind of smudge them out, I will then come back with the lighter colors. I am trying to use the background as much as possible to provide me the colors, but if required, I am going to add some additional colors, or rather, I'm just going to highlight the colors of the background and make sure that this painting works. Now, as for the colors that I've used, this is not a realistic face painting or kind of like a portrait, but the idea still remains the same. The lighter and darker areas of the face still remains the same, because the cheeks, the eyelids, the forehead, those are the areas that are more prominent in the face, that those are a little bit outside edges, so they will have lighter colors because light is hitting those areas, while the socket of the eye, underneath the eyebrows, these are going to be darker areas. These are general rules that we follow in portrait painting, and those I'm still applying in this painting, although this is not a realistic portrait painting. Like you can see, I'm highlighting the bridge of the nose, although this is not the final highlights, but you know what I'm trying to say is I am adding lighter colors to the bridge of the nose, underneath the eye, the cheekbone, the eyelid, top of the eyelid, and the bottom. And you will see that all the highlight areas or the lightened areas are coming in one straight line from top to bottom. You can where I am applying what color, that is not really important. You can use white mixed with yellow, or titanium, unbleached titanium white mixed with a little bit yellow, and create the same gradient of colors. The colors are not important, the values are important here. So if you get the lights and shades right, then it will work out fine, because anyways, if you have checked out the distress background tutorial, I have not really professed that you have to use the same kind of colors. Depending on what colors you have used in the background, you will modulate the foreground accordingly. So although I had initially painted the ear a little bit shorter, now you can see that I'm making it a little bit darker, and I am darkening the areas behind the eyes. So this is all about contrast. The more you hype up the contrast, the more you create a very distinct dark against a very distinct light, then your painting pops out. Now you see that there was a little area of a bright area around the lips, so I kept that area as much as possible, and I'm applying color accordingly around that area to use the background effectively. So since you've taken time and created such a nice textured background, you should use it to your advantage instead of just painting all over it and highlighting. I'm not saying that if you paint all over it and then just create a different painting, that is anything wrong. That is right too. But in this case, I'm just trying to show how you can use the background to your advantage. You see that I'm using some really bright highlights, but I'm still not using white. At no point in this painting I have used white.
And although I'm painting the entire half face today, this is not where I want to end the painting. I will end this painting adding a little bit of accessories to the painting on the right hand side of the face next in the next tutorial. But I can guarantee you, if you just paint the face on this background, it will still look like a very beautiful completed painting. So it is up to you whether you want to stop here or you want to continue on like I would in the next week, or rather in the next tutorial. So you can see that, like you would do in a realistic portrait, I am darkening the upper lip, and the and rather the the joint between the lip, the opening of the mouth, those are darker than the actual lips, because the lips bulge out, so they would get the highlights. Again, adding some highlights, darkening the darks, lightening the lights. Now I am going to the area which is kind of like the hair area. Again, this is not realistic hair painting, and that is not what I'm trying to do. I'm just giving the impression of hair, rather what you would see in a sculpture of Buddhas. If you have ever seen any the bronze sculptures or even the rock sculptures, kind of look like this. So all I'm trying to do is giving some dark shadows and some light highlights, trying to do a little bit of arty stuff in the forehead area. I don't know the significance of this in the religion, but it just looks very pretty in my eyes. So I always add this little elements that I really like about Buddha paintings. Buddha is one of my most favorite topic subjects to paint. It means a lot to me aesthetically, about peace and love. It gives me a lot of healing inside when I paint a Buddha painting too. So that's why I really wanted to share this, the same information with you. I hope it does the same to you. Adding the last few final details, the face I thought needed to look a little bit more cheery. Although Buddha faces are generally a combination of happiness and a little bit of sadness kind of thing, and I tried to capture that. That is where we end the painting for today. See you in the next tutorial to finish this painting. I hope you enjoyed. Leave your comments in the comment section, and do not forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you for watching.